session. All right. All right, so again, I can see a couple more people. Hi guys, it's Trevor here from Trade on Point. We're also the founders of MetaTrader Indicators. Welcome to the London Open live trading session with us, trading the futures. We're also looking at the pound dollar on this chart at the moment, looking at the 15 and the hourly. I've got the S&P futures. I've got the micro futures, which is what we use to build up our small account, which is one of the challenges that we've set ourselves. And I've got the pound dollar underneath that, because I know a lot of people like to trade forex. In front of you on the left-hand side, you can see MetaTrader 5. On the right-hand side, that's NinjaTrader 7. The indicators that I use, some of them are freely available, some of them I've coded myself, and some of them are priority indicators, not ours. We use some other vendors' indicators out there. And I always say, I'm a great fan of indicators. A lot of people think I'm nuts, but indicators are mathematical algorithms when certain things line up. Now, it's almost like driving a race car, right? You get into a race car, you've got to put your foot down to go forward. You've then got to go into this tight corner. So there's certain variables to make it through the corner. You've got to be doing the right speed. You've got to have the right tires. You've got to be the right temperature. You've got to have the right line through the corner. And if you get all of those right, you're going to get through that corner quickly without having an accident. Okay, so guys, I'm just looking at. I'm up $75 on the ES trade, $87.50, $87.50, 62. Don't come back on me. I'll take the $62 and I'm getting out. I'll see if I can get one tick higher. Let me see if I can get. Let me see if I can try and get a tick. Let me see what's happening on the tape. All right, come on. We've got a rather large order to get 380, 202 contracts, 75. There we go, 82. Thanks, guys. That's $82 into the account. Our first trade is off 12 minutes into the session. So we'll just plot that on the chart. Slide. There we go. Okay. So there's our first trade. We shorted the market. We got out. And look, a lot of the time this will just keep going down. We're up $845 on the swing trade from yesterday. So that's almost well, including yesterday's trades, it's over $1,000 in 2 days. Not bad. Pound dollar's dropping as well. Might want to short that. Bear with me 1 second. I don't know. I haven't been following the pound dollar that closely. And look at that. Wow, it's just dropped off. That's great news. Up $900 on that swing trade. You can see here, this is my 12-hour chart. And you can see there, $905. What an awesome trade of that. And that risk that we had on that trade was next to nothing. I don't know where my screen's gone. Okay, where it should go. There you go. Sorry, I've got a few screens in here. Wow, that would have been anyway. Great trade. I'm happy with that. You can see I took another trade before on a little top account. I didn't jump in on that top account. That was my bad. I did that one on my NinjaTrader account. So let's have a look. I mean, it's still dropping off, and we haven't even got 15 minutes into our session. So I mean, 5 points 5 points at this time is quite a big move on the ES. The S&P is $50 a point on the ES. And you can probably watch. I mean, I bet you. Let me see if I can. Oh, come on! Don't do that to me. I was going to scalp this for a couple ticks long, but you know you don't want to catch the falling knife. But I just know, and I know the pattern in the market at the moment. And I'm still thinking about it. No, okay, I'm not going to do it. We'll wait. We'll get another trade. Let me take you through the news. Forex Factory, guys, is what I use. It's a great website. I'll just blow that up a little bit for you. Um, right. So what have we got? We got nothing quite coming up. 4 a.m. We've got Italian industrial productions. Will it have effect on the euro? No. 7:45 a.m. And let me just. I'll set this to GMT because it's probably easier to talk in GMT time. UTC, there we go. Save settings. Right, and then click on the calendar. So 7:15. Right. 7:15. What an awesome trade. It always 7 o'clock in the morning. It's incredible how you always get that move. We've been trading for 6 weeks, just over 6 weeks, and we're like 90% win to loss ratio. So getting back, right? So 11:45 monetary policy statement, that will have some, and then we've got CPI coming out tonight. That's awesome. And we've got core CPI. So certainly we're going to have some a nice volatile trading session, but that's still some time to go. And this is obviously GMT time. So other than that, not a lot of news coming out. See that? Look at that, and it's just pulling back. It's so predictable, this market at the moment. I'm still going to stay in my swing trade. I was up almost $1,000. I've now lost $100. So I'm up profit of $825. But I'm looking to get it into either another short or another long position here. What are we doing on the 1 hour? See, we're so bearish on the 1 hour. I'd love to take a long here, but let me get my. Okay. I missed a trade. New face recognition. Come on. There we go. I've got another little laptop which I'm just using because one of my indicators that I absolutely love is sitting on my laptop, and I haven't had time to put it onto my desktop, which is driving me insane at the moment. Come just trying to work out how I can maneuver this to get it. Just get that out. Okay. Dark screen everything at once. Okay, let's see if that works. I had a lot of questions about my trade setup, and I'll go through it now. What you need, what the minimum requirements I would be looking at. One thing I don't have enough is PowerPoints, which I've got to. There we go. Look at this thing. Tomorrow's job is sort this publish out. I just installed a new screen today, so that's why it's um I had my daughter who thinks the best thing to do is to change my desktop, and it absolutely drives me nuts. Okay. Okay. Would have been that long position would have worked out quite nicely. Mhm. That's the thing, it's I keep, and even myself having traded for 20 years, and considering I'm very much short on my swing trade, I've done a beautiful short little scalp on this S&P at the open. But if you watch my videos from yesterday and you watch the videos from the day before, I keep talking about this V that we get after the 7 o'clock run. So we either rally and then we retrace, or we sell off and we retrace. The um, and then it kind of works out which direction it's going to go. And hopefully it's not going to continue long, because otherwise we're going to have to wait for a pullback and then get back in. But yes, tomorrow's job is to sort this technology out. No, all right. Tonight. So for a good trading setup, what I would recommend is certainly you need multiple screens. That's just a given. Um, you can't be like, even now you looked at it and with that little stuff up there, because the indicator wouldn't work on my desktop. I've got to sort that out. I'm already I shouldn't be doing this. I shouldn't be messing around trying to fix equipment when I'm supposed to be trading, and I'm down a screen, so I'm down to 5 screens. And my charts are so well set up that I know exactly where it's almost muscle memory on where I want to look to get information just quickly, especially because I'm trading 1 minute charts. Now the problem is if I do that, then it ends up distracting me and potentially missing out on a trade. Um, so if you've just joined me, my name's Trevor. Guys, if you're watching me either live or afterwards on Facebook or YouTube, the feed is about 5 or 6 seconds delayed. And the issue with that, the problem with that, is that you're going to, by the time I'm actually in and out of a trade, you might end up, I'd hate for you to jump into a trade. And although I keep saying we're an educational chat room, we're not a signal service. I don't recommend just following my trades. By all means, follow them on a demo account to see why I'm doing things. However, um, I I would prefer if you're going to do that, you follow me in real time. And the only way to do that is to go onto our website, tradeonpoint.com, and then you can either sign up. It doesn't cost you anything. There's no credit cards, no obligation whatsoever. But what you can do is you can sign up or go onto the trading room access. At the moment, Trade on Point says that it's 6 days to our launch. This is just a pre for us to get into the rhythm. I used to moderate in trading rooms before, and this is just getting through the teething problems before we go into our official launch. And believe me, there's been a few. But we are trading live clearly every night, Monday to Thursday. Pound dollar is still falling. Yeah, nice little short there. So to go through how I trade while we wait, and I will take the next short position. Where's my 720? I certainly will take the next short down to three. Looking at the Dow, 34,310 is a potential target short. In fact, I'm going to put my target there for my swing trade. So another 135 points to go, thereabouts. And then on the ES, pretty much the same picture. And I'm just going to bump this over to and that chart's not going to change. I just want to get a 5-minute ES up here as well. Okay, perfect. Get rid of these bloody arrows. There we go. Okay. Right, so this is potentially setting up sideways. So this is going to either break out. So the dashed lines on my chart is the TAS boxes, which is market profile indicators. Never met the guy, never spoken to the guy. I'm not affiliate with him whatsoever. The best indicator in the world. That fits my trading plan. I mean, clearly it might not fit somebody else's. We have the AT trigger. It's just a version that I coded of the WADA, which is freely available on MetaTrader. The WADA Atoll Explosion. Go and download that if you haven't got it already. It's fantastic. The trading trend V8, that's very similar to your BB bands. I use that for confirmation. And then the Woody CCI, while it looks very complicated and there's a lot you can do because you've got the Turbo CCI in there, you've got your different levels, and Woody does an awesome job of explaining it. So if you want to learn more about the Woody CCI, go onto YouTube, and there's plenty of information on the Woody CCI. Now, if you want to, if you just bear with me 1 second. I just want to make sure that we're still streaming to YouTube. All right, let's have a look. Okay, seems like we are still live somewhere. You can see the looks like the feed on Facebook has somehow crashed. Um, Hopefully it's not my internet signal. No, we're all good. All right. All right, I'm going to short the ES again. Um, let's have another look, another stab at it. Okay, I'm shorted 42.17 even. My stops, my provisional stops going to be somewhere around here, probably about 2 or 3 full points away. It's about $150 worth of risk. Well, terrible time to get in. 2 ticks against me straight away. 3 ticks against me straight away. Happy days. Um, but still within this TAS box. Just want to see what the if I draw a rectangle there and just count one. Yeah, it's about 15-second delay, which is quite a lot. So look at that. Look at that pound dollar. Just absolutely beautiful. On the 1 hour chart looks amazing. Um, really annoyed because I just bought this the other day. Currently up 1 tick on the ES. Um, so what I do is we're currently up $50. My target's probably going to be somewhere around here, 62. My stop will be somewhere around here. We're not even firing off on the AT trigger, which is I'm very surprised. We should get this should um, let me just, one thing I don't have on you, which I always have. I just played with my charts today. Here we go. 5 seconds to go. There we go. Okay. Let's look at volumes going through at the moment. 75, 87. Give me one more tick and it's 100. 62. I'm not going to give too much away. Either we get down. 75. 4,215. Okay, I'll take my $50 and be done with it. Okay, so that's just a quick scalp. I'm out on both our little top account. I'm out to my NinjaTrader account. You can see there's 2 trades. We got up to about 87. I wanted one more tick to give myself 100. Didn't quite get there. So we've had 287.50s. So that's not terrible. So again, it's basically a TAS box breakout with the confirmation of CCI. There's a few things I'm looking at. I'm actually going to put some videos together on how I set up my charts, how I trade, what indicators I'm using, why I'm using those indicators, what part of the indicators I look at. But yeah, we can see we definitely in a slight bearish little trend. And remember, this is the 1 minute chart. You know, we honestly don't give a shit what the daily's doing. I look at the 12-hour chart, which will tell me essentially what's going on for the 12 hours, and that's because I want. What am I doing on my YM? My 12-hour chart will tell me we haven't pulled back a little bit from 900 to 750. So I'm still in. I've got 750. Yeah, I'll leave it for now. Maybe tomorrow we'll see. I've got my stops in place. I mean, at the end of the day, I'm gonna make money either way. My stops well ahead of my entry price. So if it pulls back, you know, it'll hit my stop, take me out for profit, as opposed to taking out for loss. Now, one of the things I had some good questions the other day is, now we all know getting into a trade is easy. Getting into a profitable trade is the easiest thing in the world to do. What's the hardest thing in the world? One of the hardest things in the world to do is getting out of trade. And I'm sure I'm not the only one. It's so difficult to say when is enough enough? When do I get out? And that was one of the questions that came up yesterday. I get out when I scalp when the Woody CCI. This is a major warning for me. When the Woody CCI hits minus 200, I'm out. And especially if I get a minus 200, and even if I take a risk and I let it go to the next bar, and I get another minus 200, I'm out. It's on a 1 minute chart, it's a given. I'll just take you through that. So this is the 200 line here. This is for short positions, right? So we got the 200 there. Now, let's see if we can try and speed things up with my arrows. Right. So this is okay. So that's your minus 200, and the top arrow is your plus 200. Now, let me just okay. Now the Control F2. When you get this happening here, right? So it hits it's actually on that one there. It hits the minus 200 and closes on the minus 200 or below. It's almost a given that it's going to reverse. And you can see here exactly what happens. You get this over here, we hit the minus 200, we then hit the minus 200 again, and we get this reversal. We go back over here, we hit the minus 200 over here, and we get this reversal. It's only, I mean, it's only a point on that one, it's only $50. Over here, we hit the minus 200, and we pull up on this candle here. We hit the minus 200, and we pull up on these two bars here, and we actually go, then we kind of go sideways and up. Now, this trade that we did now, we hit the minus 200, we waited, we closed out on this bar here. So that's kind of where, and I should have, closed out probably on the second one here, and I would have got my 86 instead of my 50. No, sorry, I did 82.50. I think we got 416, 425. No, yes, no, we didn't, not quite. 37.50 on that trade. So, and it's a lot to give up. We gave up $50. And when you're just scalping, that's what we want. We've done over $100 tonight. We did over $100 yesterday. It's pretty much every night, between 100 and then our swing trade, take that into account. That's up 250, so we're up $1,000 in the last 24 hours. Our little top account is doing well. We're up over 30% in the last 6 weeks. So we're trying for 1% a day. We're trying to, we can make 20% a month on that account, because everybody says it's not possible. Well, I'm going to show you that it is. Now watch this. Do we want to go into a long trade? Just don't like this hourly chart. I'm a bit of a pussy at the moment to get into a long trade. Just looking at my 12 hour. But we got 3, no, 3. Interesting to see what this pound dollar is doing. Mm. I think if we break this low, I might put a sell stop and see if I can do a swing trade on this pound dollar. If we break this low over here, 140.74. No, I'm going to have to trade it on futures, because this little top account we don't have forex. What I've done is I've set my pound dollar to an intraday chart. If I get my next short signal, I'm going to short the pound dollar. I'm going to ride it out for a few days. That's kind of my game plan with that one. I'm just going to see. I've also got that many trading accounts that we can play around with. I've got a swing trade that's not going awfully well, but coming back, which is nice. We'll try it out from there. It's up nicely. GBP, USD. Okay. Right, I'm going to short this. I'm going to short this pound dollar. Right, so I'll just quickly swap my two platforms because I have quite a number of accounts for different reasons. Okay, so there it is there. So I'm just entered my short. This is my swing trade. I'm going to put a high around about 100 points away. It's at 121 points for pups. And my target is actually going to be at 255. So it's 2 to 1. Quite happy with that. And then I'm going to go onto my top account and I'm going to go into my currency futures, which is M6B, I think it is. We'll go to September month. And I'm now short on that account as well. And 42.07, which will be slightly different. And 42.24, and what do we want here? 1.333, 1.38. It's fine. All right, let's get rid of that. I'll bring this bad boy back in. All right, so there we go. So there's my short on the pound dollar. That is that's a longer term position. We can see that we had the TAS box breakout on the ES 1 minute chart, the S&P futures 1 minute chart. We've got another TAS box. It's breaking out of that TAS box. That's almost 3 points, $150 profit had we taken, but we didn't take the long. 422.50 on the yes, certainly. 422.50. We didn't quite get there. That's going to be some major resistance. 200 contracts building there. Somebody either wants. Mm. Mm. I'd like to try and get one more trading before the end of the session. We've been going for 52 minutes. So for those of you that have come into either the Facebook or the YouTube feed, guys, remember it's delayed. Facebook at the moment is about 15 seconds on my one. I did a test on Roundoo. If you want to go and get a zero feed delay, go to tradeonpoint.com and then just enter your details. You can come in and watch us trade live, and you get a zero feed delay. It's less than a quarter of a second. However, the YouTube feed will be late, and like this last trade, I was in and out before the so if you had been looking at where I got in, you would have gone, well, price already gone there. So it doesn't represent what I would like it to. I'd like the latency to be a little bit lower. Icon. Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what this pound dollar does in the next 6 hours. I'd love to see what. For now, we're going to concentrate on the ES, or the S&P 500 futures. We've got half an hour to go. Hopefully, we'll get a trade within the half an hour. If you have any questions, just put the questions into into either the Facebook Messenger, or go onto our chat in the WebEx. As market's still trying to go higher. Not much going on the pound dollar. We're still grinding higher on the ES. You can see the if you look at the bar or the candle on the ES 500 or the S&P 500. So when I say ES, for those of you that are new, the ES is just the S&P 500 mini futures, or E-minis as everyone calls them. And the same as the YM, which would be the Dow Jones E-mini futures, and then you've got the Russell, the Nasdaq, but if you're trading on the CFD platform, that's going to be US 500. Right, we're just going sideways on the ES, nothing much happening. Um, Colors from it. Still trying to grind higher. What an awesome trade for that. 1721, 4 points, $200. Um, we are trading at the top of the high value area on the 5 minute, so I wouldn't be surprised if we don't pull back a little bit here. Some pound dollars starting to go a direction we want. I'm going to short the ES again. My stop is just going to be above the recent high. This is just a rejection from the high value area. We'll take it down to either the point of control or the low value area. Let's just get on to this other as well. So carrying up $50, $62, $75, 75, going once, going twice. Our target's going to be probably 82.50, and then we'll get out of both positions. 75. We're not going to get much back away after this. Like I said, it's just scalping, guys. So this is come on, you pass this. We're still hitting the bid, and we're out. And we'll close that one off as well. All right, perfect. Let me we're closed off. We're closed off. Excellent. All right. So that's so let's just work out. So we got 1650. So we're going to tick. We got 1.5 there. 1.5, and then we got another half. That's 2.25. 2.25, and then we got that's 3.5. 3.5. That's $150 something tonight, US. Yeah, and I'm certainly going to go and sort out this technology later on. Guys, so it's been an hour. We've done 3 trades, 3 winners. The first trade that we did was a break of a TAS box. Second trade we did was a break of a TAS box. The third trade we did was the fade of the higher time frame TAS box. We will, once we start getting into once we launch, which is next week, we're going to be trying to put up at least 1 video per week, if not more, to try and explain some of the strategies that we do. But at the moment, it's just a bit full on trying to get the launch geared up. Obviously, doing the promotion, still working on the website. It's quite a lot going on here in the back end, but we're still committed as ever to the trading side of things. Now, just quickly there, so we sold up here, we bought it back down here. Look where our Woody CCI is, minus 252. That's what I said. It's a given. It's unreal how it gets you out of these scalps just like that, up really, really quickly. And now it's pulled back, and now watch, it's going to drop again. And we're going to break that low in a minute, but I'm not going to take any more trades tonight. But there you go. And we'll go make a new low in a second. But yeah, that's pretty much it. And there's a confirmation. All right, so there's basically just quickly I want to take you through. So why trade on point? I mean, there's so many live trading room signal services out there. I'll give you a few reasons to have a crack with us. It doesn't cost you any money. It costs you an hour well, at the moment an hour, but when we launch, it costs you 2 hours of your time a day. That's it, right? And then if you want to put in more, you can. It's an easy sign-up process. We don't mess around with trying to teach you everything. We teach you one simple system. This is going to go make a new loan in a second. We teach you our system, and we just trade the same thing over and over. In the last 6 weeks, since we started the top account, we've increased our account over 30%. We've got a win-to-loss ratio of over 90%. We're not saying take our trades. We want to teach you how to trade. The first 50, we might increase that because we've got a few people that are quite interested. Well, pretty much at some point we will start charging for our service, and let's be honest, it's not gonna break the bank. It'll be like $1 or $2 a day. But that's not going to happen. I would imagine maybe even if we're lucky towards the end of the year. But if you go to our website, you give us your details for now, you will get those member discounts. You'll get a discount. Probably we're looking at about 30% for life. So if you ever decide, let's say in a year's time, we're charging money, you want to sign up, you're going to get that 30% for life reduction on the fees. So that's a good reason to go and sign up. So where do I sign up? I'll show you that now. You go to our homepage, tradeonpoint.com. You can see 5 days till our launch. Really excited about that, almost. There we go. And you can sign up here, which will take you down to this. You just put in your name, your surname, your email address. Please don't put Donald Duck, and your trading experience, and then jump on board. And it doesn't cost you anything. Then when you come in, you go to trading room access. That'll take you to WebEx. It'll ask you to open up your WebEx, which is again free, and that will then there's a 0 delay feed on that. The live trading room, what does it do? It's basically there's some great little things on our website you can go and read about, but basically we want to get you to be ready for the real world. And I love this saying, and it's entirely true. All the math you need in the stock market, you get in 4th grade. You don't need to be a maths whiz. It's great if you can quickly add and subtract, but that's all you need. A little bit of divine when you're dealing with multi-contracts, but GMT 7 to 9, 7 a.m. It should say 9 a.m. There's no ways I'm staying in the trading room for 14 hours. Just bear with me one second. I'm just going to turn my mic down. So 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. We trade the European Open. We want to give you a no BS approach. We don't want to cloud things up. We don't want to say like, look, we promise you this, we promise you that. We promise you nothing. We promise that you're going to have fun. We promise you that you're going to learn how to trade, and that's about it. And watch this. Put my money where my mouth is. The ES has just made a new low. And this is live. While there's a delayed feed, I don't have control of that. Whatever I say now in 15 seconds time is going to come out on Facebook. It is just that predictable. Our system is phenomenal. And I'm happy to share it with everyone. I think that's it for tonight. We've been going for an hour and 10 minutes. 3 trades, 3 winners. We've got that swing trade. The swing trade I'm going to leave on for those of you that decided you wanted to do your own analysis, of course, and thought that it may have been a good trade, and based on your analysis, not mine, you entered the trade, and this is going to go make another low. There you go. That swing trade is still up some. If I just bear with me 1 second, go into the right account, $710. So I've locked in my stop. It's sitting at at 34532. I'm going to bring that down probably to that fractal 34513. So I'm going to leave myself at 34513. So essentially, I'm just going to make over 100 points. So I'll make $500 if it goes against me. And you can see it's still going down. Guys, I hope those of you that join us live learned something, and I hope those of you that watch this afterwards will come and join us. We really would love to have you in the room. The more members we get, the more interactive we can get. It'll be great to chat to people. I don't have to just keep blabbering away for the time that I'm in here. Until then, I wish you all the best. Stay safe and trade well. I won't be here tomorrow because it's Friday tomorrow. Tomorrow's my night with my kids and my wife. But certainly I'll be back here on Monday. All right. Until then, thanks, guys. All the best.